The excitement's calmed down after last weekend, but you've got the reward now of a quarter-final against the Stormers. Just give me your reflections quickly on last weekend. It was a bit nuts, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mental game. Extra time always is nuts. Added to it, Yendall doing his best to throw away on that maul, only to try and get his name in the paper in the last play of the game. Came up trumps. What a play! Unbelievable match to be involved in. The crowd at the end was fantastic.
I've not heard it since your kick.
That. It was mad. Yeah, it was mad. Place erupted, which was unbelievable. And if we can get something similar to that again, we'll try and do it a bit earlier for this time. But what a place to play. And great to see so many people here cheering so loud.
Rob's talked about right across the club, just trying to ease back. People have kind of got used to Exeter winning, and when they lose, it's a big deal. He just wants to get back to the old days and just enjoy the moments and everything. I think last weekend was the start of that. You started to see everyone literally weight off their shoulders. It was more like the old Chiefs, wasn't it? Yeah,
I mean, we had a chat, as Rob said, in the week, and we had a chat as players and coaches about not worrying about the result, about putting in performances you can be proud of. You can come in the change room after a game and be happy with the effort you've given and how well we've gone. Obviously, mistakes happen in games, knock-ons, things like that, missed tackles. But what we don't want to be questioning is how hard we're working and how hard we're working for the bloke next to us and the guys in the rest of the squad who work all week tirelessly. So we came in after that game, obviously happy we won, but more importantly happy with how much effort we put in and how hard we worked. I think that's definitely going to be a much more consistent barometer of how well you're going, rather than wins here, losses there. If you're happy with how hard you're going, more often than not, you're going to get a result.
Quarterfinals, you've been at this stage before. It's close now, isn't it? Two results and you're in a final. Stormers, though, huge test. Yeah. What are you expecting?
Yeah, like you say, quarterfinal, massive. To be able to have it at home at 𝙈𝘼𝙏𝘾𝙃 Park is huge. To have a team like the Stormers coming over here is also huge. Teams that you probably never think you're going to play against. Like growing up, they're always in the Currie Cup and the Super Rugby, and for them to be coming over here is pretty exciting. We've got some fantastic players, internationals all over the shop. We know it's going to be a hell of a game, but yeah, we're really excited to get them over here and give them a go.
Obviously the weather out there is a bit different to Cape Town last weekend, where it was like 35 degrees, but what are you expecting from this weekend? There's obviously going to be a huge physical threat, but as you've warned to others, the halfbacks are good, they're tasty out wide. Yeah, obviously they've got some big forwards. The set piece is strong. Halfbacks got a lot of skills. They can run the ball, kick the ball, pass it. So, and obviously their outside backs are quick, good steppers. They've got threats all over the park. Like I said, internationals everywhere. So, yeah, we're very excited and we're very aware of the challenge coming our way. But we're also looking forward to putting what we can do on them. We're very confident in terms of when we are right on our game, we're hard to beat, so hopefully we can bring that. I was going to say, equally, they're probably back in Cape Town going, look at that Exeter side, they don't lose many at home, look at their players, they're big as well.
Well, yeah, maybe. We obviously don't know what they're thinking and how they structure their weeks and all that, but all we can worry about is what we're doing, prepping ourselves the best way to play a massive match this weekend. We know how good they're going to be, so we're excited.
Tell me how much you enjoy the European Challenge, because it is a lot different to the day-to-day of the Premiership and the relentlessness of it. You get to play different sides, different refereeing, different countries, all sorts. Is it something you love?
Yeah, it is. I do really enjoy it. There's a lot of different aspects, like you just touched on. I think one of the main things is you get to play against teams and players you don't normally get to play against. Like, for example, this weekend, the Stormers, we've never played against them. Probably may never play against them again. So relishing these opportunities. It's going to be an exciting week. It's been an exciting week for the boys training. I'm looking forward to an exciting weekend. Rob
joked this morning that he spoke to you and 𝙈𝘼𝙏𝘾𝙃 out on the pitch at extra time there and said, don't worry, if you draw, you're all right. But he then got back to his seat and felt the message needed to go to more people. But as you say, as a team, you really drove that last sort of 5 minutes of extra time, didn't you?
I mean, I know what he was thinking. I think he didn't want us to play for the draw, so he's told a couple of us. But I think when it got down to it, 4 or 5 minutes to go, they scored. I think the confidence boost it gave the lads, knowing that because they're 7 points ahead, knowing that if we just get back to a draw, then we win. Not thinking we have to score twice. You know what I mean? Made the challenge far less daunting, and then I think you could see the lift it gave the boys when Ricky came on and told the boys, yeah, we've just got to get up there and score. We kicked off, put all our energy into getting up the other end, getting the ball back, and putting our game on them, and thankfully Yenda went over at the end.
Boy, you celebrated, you all of you as a team, but I think you mentioned earlier you had to go to Simo and say, you've got a kick still to get here. Just...
Yeah, well, I didn't have to go to Simo. He's relaxed and cool and collected enough as it is, but yeah, everyone was celebrating. I was like, bloody hell, we've still got to get this kick to win. So I just went to Simo and he said, like, relax mate, take your time, do what you do. You know what I mean? He's an unbelievable goal kicker, so obviously he didn't need me to say that to him, but I think he did very well. He just went, put it down, walked back, didn't think about it, and just did it. Because those situations, even though the kicks,
you can overthink them.
Even though the kicks aren't not necessarily the hardest kick he's ever going to take, the gravity of the situation was pretty big. So I think he did that very well, knocked it over, and here we are.
And with just a handful of weeks left in this season now, and the way the city is for boys leaving, boys coming through, you want to make the most of every opportunity now, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a very different place next year. A lot of new faces coming, but a lot of faces have been here for a long time. A lot of my best mates going as well. So it is going to be different next year. But I think we want to send those boys going off in style, and with silverware ideally.
They deserve it.
They deserve it for all they've given for us as a group, and the boys, but also what they've given the club and the fans. I think they've put their body on the line week after week for years, over a decade, some of these boys, and yeah, to be able to send them off in the right way would mean a lot to us, and definitely know it would mean a lot to them. So something we're looking forward to. But we've got to beat Storms this weekend, and it's going to be a massive task.